Tremaine Edmunds missed 10 games while being a Buffalo Bill, and we still were 7-3. Jordan Poyer last year, before the Cincinnati playoff game, the Buffalo Bills with Jordan Poyer was 13-0. So looking at it, Tremaine Edmunds here, I don't think is that big of a loss. Keep in mind, too, all of the games, the Buffalo Bills were actually 4-0 without Tremaine Edmunds when we knew that Tremaine Edmunds was declared out that week. So it's very interesting to see what's going on here. And also, Tremaine Edmunds only had one successfully healthy season all season long in 2019. But other than that, he was hurt and missed time throughout every other season. And his best, most productive season was actually his rookie year. So welcome to my channel here, guys. Bills News Consolidated. We're going to talk about the genius behind Brandon Beane refusing to overspend on players, having the relationship with them to even hit free agency, allow them to find their fair market value, something we've been discussing here. Jordan Poyer hits free agency to determine his fair market value, and he determines that Buffalo is the best spot for him, and he comes back to Buffalo. And I think that is what is super key. The frugality of Brandon Beane in this front office, refusing to spend more than what we have players valued at. So really in this video, I want to discuss all the players that we really signed and also some of the remaining holes. I think we have 3 big remaining holes. But again, we're going to use the NFL draft and a little bit of strategy going forward here. I mean, a lot of signings here. Connor McGovern shoring up the inside. The interior of this offensive line is so huge. Deontay Hardy is absolutely dominant here. He could play on the outside, play in the slot, compete with Isaiah McKenzie. Could be very well some roster moves going forward here. A lot of people are saying, oh, we should just cut McKenzie now. But this team is about competition. Little Dirty's been winning this competition ever since he got here. He's been here an awfully long time. Let him compete with Deontay Hardy, right? Let them compete with Khalil Shakir in the slot. Don't let go of McKenzie right now. Plus Chad Hall is in Jacksonville. Maybe we cook up a trade there versus just cutting McKenzie. He's here on a great deal, great value for him. But again, still some holes. I think Spencer Brown, Brandon Beane admitted that he had back surgery heading into the season last year, and that really set him behind. Also getting hurt during the season against the Kansas City Chiefs. He was banged up, walking wounded all season long. So the Bills, again, are betting on Gabe Davis. They're betting on Spencer Brown. I don't see a lot of urgency to replace them, but I do see some maybe urgency to add some competition to that role. He didn't say that he wouldn't draft another tackle or bring in another tackle for Spencer Brown. That's the first hole that the Buffalo Bills need to address. And then the other big ones really are running back. A lot of people wanting Jamal Williams, Foreman, right, to come here to Buffalo, both signed with other teams, and Devin Singletary's still out there. A lot of Bills Mafia is concerned about the running back position, but I think Ken Dorsey having Nyheim Hines develop his role on this offense, something we couldn't do last year because this playbook was like Chinese to him. James Cook progressing into the player that he is. I think that's huge, and Bills would be wise to enter the NFL draft, see what we can come out of, who we could select in the NFL draft, and whatever position or holes that we have left, we go back and dip back into free agency. We find the Shaq Lawsons of the world, the Jordan Phillips, the David Quessenberrys, right? The guys that are still out there that come in and contribute. So I think that's absolutely huge. Brandon Beane is a dang genius. Fill in all the real big holes in free agency here, finding nothing but great value guys. Connor McGovern, Hardy, underrated players that really have such a high ceiling, and to find such a great value for these guys, especially in free agency, is absolutely huge. Absolutely loving it. And then, of course, Jordan Poyer coming back to Buffalo here. Are you kidding me right now? The stars freaking aligned for us to get Jordan Poyer back. People, this is a passing league. And if I already mentioned at the beginning of this video, 13-0 with Jordan Poyer on the field. There's a reason for that. And plus, we're going to have Micah Hyde back. Huge news from Brandon Beane is it looks like Damar Hamlin is going to try to make this thing a go in the freaking Bills uniform. I cannot wait. So that just surefire, our safety position is just locked down. Brandon Beane admitted Cam Lewis can even play safety. He's best in the slot, but if the Bills need him to play safety, he can play safety. Christian Benford mentioned that he could even play safety. We have Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, DeMar Hamlin, Jaquan Johnson, right? All these guys that we ultimately have. Buffalo Bills think safety, we don't need to go any more deeper on safety, even in the NFL draft. So a lot of people, Brian Branch, even Ronnie Hickman, maybe later in the draft could still make sense. But that is absolutely huge news. I think corner is absolutely on lockdown too. Jordan Poyer stating that Kyer Elam has been balling out this offseason, looking like he's going to be the best version of himself too. We got that tender on Dane Jackson, Trey White. I mean, this is absolutely huge. And Bills, we really are going to be looking at the 27th overall pick here. And I don't know. I think I might need to declare right now that I've been banging the table here for Drew Sanders, 6'5", 230 pounds, Arkansas, 9.5 sacks last season, creating havoc in that defense. Reminds me of Luke Kuechly, has instincts. I think he is definitely a great choice for the Buffalo Bills. But the other guy that I've been he's been my number 2, but he could very well be my number 1 right now. It's Trenton Simpson for Clemson. Ran a 4.4340. Now, he doesn't have the height, right? He's like 6'2.5", 230 pounds. But his break on the ball, his coverage abilities, running all over the football field, and that is what the Buffalo Bills recipe for success has kind of transitioned to here, Bills Mafia. Josh Allen has progressed into the best quarterback in the NFL, capable of running up the score against teams. We got James Cook, Nyheim Hines, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Khalil Shakir, Hardy, McKenzie if he's still around too. This is going to be just an all full-fledged offense, running up the score, passing the ball, slinging that thing, and then we have this defensive line with Von Miller, Greg Rousseau developing, Ed Oliver, finally going to see Von Miller, Ed Oliver, and all these guys all together. Unfortunately for Ed, he got banged up week 1 last year, and right when he got back to 100%, Von Miller went down. I've been saying Ed is kind of capped by the players that surround him, right? So we haven't really seen what this offensive line could ultimately do. We saw glimpses of it, but that is going to be dominant. And I really think an NFL rookie such as Trenton Simpson or Drew Sanders could easily win Defensive Rookie of the Year in this Sean McDermott defense. They're not going to reveal it. Al Holcomb might be calling plays. Sean McDermott might be calling plays. We're not going to know until week 1 pops off, baby. I cannot wait. Brandon Beane, you are a dang genius. Set us up right, baby. If you guys did like this video, please hit like, subscribe for future content. So much to talk about, so much to discuss. 2023 Buffalo Bills, eat the sauce. Let's go. Go Bills. Peace.